I am on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. Connect with me on Patreon. Much more deep insights on Vedic astrology and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello Seekers, welcome to Puneit's Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Now, there is something happening with retrograde Mars. I made a video how Mars impacts Saturn and Venus, and you can watch this video. After you watch this video, the link will be available in the description box. But Mars is retrograde, it's debilitated in Pushya Nakshatra. But on 12th of January, Mars will come back to Punarvasu Nakshatra. Now you will be seeing that Mars can cross Punarvasu very quickly, right? No. This time Mars is going in a Jupiterian Nakshatra, being retrograde and debilitated when Jupiter is also retrograde. Then Mars falls back to Gemini, become a fallen planet in Punarvasu Nakshatra, continues its retrograde motion until the first pada of Punarvasu. Then it becomes direct, and then it starts moving in the forward direction. And it is only on 12th of April when Mars will be out of Punarvasu. So 12th Jan till 12th April. You can understand it is 3 months. So you approximately for 90 plus days, Mars will be in the Jupiter's nakshatra, whereas Jupiter will become direct on 4th of February. And this is definitely going to be a time of reassessment of goals, reassessment of actions, healing and renewal. It's a time which can not only make you understand a lot of things and do a lot of rework, but it will also tell you when to stop and when you should retreat instead of marching ahead. This is also going to be a very spiritual time because this alignment will promote introspection. This alignment will promote personal growth through understanding past mistakes and aligning your actions with the spiritual truths. Let's discuss that in detail. But before that, do not forget to hit like, subscribe and share, and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss another update. Do subscribe this channel, do like the video. And I am bringing now a very unique report, which is 2025 annual transit reading, which is a system generated report, not a consultation, but a system generated report, which will give you insights about transit for 1 year from the date which you will book for every planet, right from Sun to Ketu. And this is also going to give you 1 year of your Mahadasha, Antardasha and Pratyantardasha analysis. So this can be a very handy tool when you cannot connect to an astrologer, and this will give you a little bit of bird's eye view, a kind of a holistic view in your timelines, in your dashas and antardasha. But for any crucial understanding of horoscope or any decision making thing, you should definitely book a consultation. And to book a consultation, you can drop me an email. The email ID is in the description box and on the screen. Now let's start the discussion of this unique retro Mars, which is dragging you to the time which you have lived in the past and you really don't want to live. This can be good for some, this can be bad for some. Let's discuss that in details. So first of all, we need to understand what is Punarvasu Nakshatra. The name signifies return, re-establishment, recovery, rejuvenation. But it is something which also determines your potential. That is why it is ruled by Jupiter, but it is symbolized by a quiver of arrows. It is your capacity to do work. So all the kinetic energy will be converted into potential energy in the Punarvasu Nakshatra, which is good because this is going to increase your capacity. It is going to give you all the support and it is going to give you all that you need to execute in your life. But on the other hand, this can be understood in a negative way, that it can create procrastination. It can make you plan, rework on the planning, but eventually not taking you anywhere. Too much of potential energy will only create weight and heaviness in your body. So this is a tricky situation because Mars, which is a planet of energy, itself is debilitated. And the thing is that when you are talking about Punarvasu Nakshatra, the last pada of Punarvasu falls in the Cancer zodiac sign, where technically Mars is. That is why the Pushya and the Ashlesha, the 4 nakshatra of Pushya, 4 padas of Pushya, 4 padas of Ashlesha will be in the Kark Rashi, and 1 pada, final pada of Punarvasu will be in the Kark Rashi, Cancer zodiac sign. Now, if you trace back the Navamsha, right, so you will see that the Ashlesha, last pada is Pisces Navamsha. So Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius, this is all Ashlesha's Navamsha. Then Scorpio becomes the first, the Navamsha which falls in the Pushya Nakshatra. Then Scorpio, Libra, Virgo and Leo. These are the 4 Navamshas of the Pushya Nakshatra. So what falls in the Punarvasu? The first 4 Navamsha. That means Mars, when it is in the final pada of Punarvasu, it is in Cancer Navamsha, while it is in Cancer zodiac sign, which means that Mangal is debilitated in Lagna chart, it is debilitated in the D9 chart, it is a Vargottam debilitated Mars, it is double debilitation of Mars. And then it goes into Punarvasu. So you need to be careful whether you are doubtful of certain plans, and you might take decisions on the basis of doubt. You will give benefit of doubt, and sometimes such decisions are decisions taken out of fear. Sometimes you will not execute your plan just because you are thinking too much about something. Now, I've always warned in my videos that this is the time to be very cautious and careful, especially because of the condition of Rahu and Saturn and the way they are meeting each other in the sign of Pisces. Now, the way Rahu is moving towards Aquarius and the way Saturn is from Aquarius moving towards Pisces, and they will collide in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, Retro Mars in Punarvasu is going to be a savior. Punarvasu, being the Jupiter's nakshatra, gives you abundance, nurturing capacity, protection, and this will become a source of spiritual and emotional resilience. But you will have to be careful that why are you taking the shelter of spirituality? Why are you taking the shelter, and why are you looking for abundance? Maybe you are doing it because you don't want to face the harsh realities of life. On the other hand, people who are one-man army, people who take decisions just like that, those kind of people will face a lot of problems, because Mars is going to make you rethink, repeat, redo a lot of tasks. So be ready for that. Now, when Mars, which is energy, action, willpower, which is all your courage, efforts, Aries and Scorpio Lord, such a planet goes retro in Cancer, it is like going inward. It is a very, very meditative state of mind. So while Mars is in Cancer zodiac sign and retrograde in Punarvasu Nakshatra, you should encash this time, this energy, to completely go inward and figure out what's positive for you, what's negative for you, and do not be in a hurry. The decisions that are taken in a hurry will fail. The decisions that are taken with silence, with peace, nicely will produce fruitful result, because you have bypassed the aggression. Naturally, the energy is such that it will lead to delays, because Mars will present a lot of obstacles, especially for people who have Mars dominated chart. With patience, with your potential energy, you will be able to surpass any problem, you will be able to overcome any obstacle, provided you are reassessing your approach time and again. You are reassessing your goals, avoiding conflicts, and always recalibrating on the basis of what is at your hand at the present moment, instead of thinking what can come to you. So imagination of resources and possibilities can be your biggest enemy, but dealing with resources at hand is the greatest strength. That is one thing. Now, definitely Mars will create a lot of internal aggression. It can make you remember some past things, because Punarvasu can also reignite past passion. In certain cases, it can be very good. Say someone was in a 9 to 5 job and suddenly now they want to travel around the world. Punarvasu is going to help you, but it can also bring in past memories which can haunt you, which can express destructively. So you need to restrict all that through meditation. Remember, this Mars is actually aspecting Saturn with the 8th aspect, which is in the Aquarius zodiac sign. So naturally this would want, on one side this will make you meet your good old friends. On the other hand, it can also make you feel that you need to go isolated, you need to go to the Himalayas, you need to meditate. Nothing wrong in that. But if you run away from responsibility in a war between Mars and Saturn, it's the Saturn that will win. And don't forget, Jupiter is present 11th from Mars, but the moment Mars enters in Gemini zodiac sign, Jupiter falls in the 12th house from Mars, because Jupiter is in Taurus. And when Mars goes in Gemini and Jupiter is in the 12th house from Mangal, the Nakshatra Lord is in the house of loss. It will demand sacrifice. That means Mars is not finding any way out here. Now, on the mundane level, this is going to make you reevaluate your ambitions. It is going to make you reevaluate your role, your career, anything that is masculine, your gym subscription, your physical fitness, your mental fitness. And that is going to force you to work on the foundation. So this is the 3-month period where if you are laying foundation of something with patience, the future is very bright. And if you are thinking in a short-term plan, then the future is going to show you some sudden ups and downs. Punarvasu is naturally connected with regeneration. When Mars goes in this, it shows that you are trying to take a step back and take a deep breath and regenerate, regain all the energy. But it is also a time which will make you face the unresolved conflicts of life, and you would want to resolve them, especially with relationship. Ultimately, after you solve this, you will be healed. But the process is where you will find that there has been a lot of sacrifice done from your end. Closures in relationship will come when Mars will be in Punarvasu. Also, because it is Gemini zodiac sign ultimately getting affected, communication is also going to get affected. Worldwide communication, people going back to the older ways of life, people going back to the older ways of living is going to be seen when Mars will be in Punarvasu. Also, it can create impulsive behavior, because some people whose Mars is very powerful would want, to do things at one go. Punarvasu will make them reiterate multiple times, and one task being done many times in such cases can create impulsive behavior, anger, and it will increase your temper. So you need to control all that by giving yourself a broader perspective. Now, the deity that is associated with this nakshatra signifies the warmth of the sun and also the early morning time frame. So one simple remedy will be to get up early in the morning and be active in the morning before sunrise, if possible for you. On the spiritual side, this is going to be a very, very powerful transit, because this is going to make you see all your past mistakes. And if you can correct your mistakes, align with that, and if you just simply apologize to the universe, if you say sorry, you will see that lot can be corrected during this time. This is not a time of aggression. This is the time to go slow. This is the time to correct one thing at a time. If you become very aggressive, this can create heated situations, which can create into more fight, more struggle, more argument, and I think Rahu will love that. Now, your inner work, your meditation, your self-awareness, emotional balance is very important. Your mental health becomes very, very important during this time. This is also the time to let go of any misunderstanding and rebuild past relationships. So people who are looking for rebuilding their lost love, or maybe salvage the situation, kind of bring back the good old times, that is possible during this time, but that need a lot of giving up the power attitude. So a lot of planning will be done, actions will be less, and you should be okay with this. And it's not that you should become inactive, you should act, but you should plan a lot and plan and then replan and then rework on your thoughts. Things which were proving right earlier may not prove to be right now. So you need to deal with the situation at hand instead of learning from your experience. Your experience, well, you may have to unlearn and relearn while you learn from your experience. Now, if you are in Aries ascendant, then this is happening in your 4th and the 3rd house. Matters related to property, vehicles, traveling, that can get affected. Also, it can create a disturbance between you and your siblings. So be careful there, especially in the matters related to property, land, and redistribution of inheritance. For Taurus, this is going to be a 3rd house and 2nd house energy, and primarily this will be a 2nd house Mars. So this is going to make you rethink about your role in the family. This is going to make you rethink about your ability to earn money. And this is a good thing because this can give you new avenues to earn money and new horizons to explore. So what you have to do is go with the flow and listen to your family members' advice. For Gemini, this is definitely going to be a time where your ascendant is getting impacted. It's a time to rethink about yourself. Self-assessment and re-evaluation of your own efforts and your life will be the theme. Now, don't get sad about something. If you are thinking that your life is not the way you want, then use the Punarvasu energy and pray to the Bhagwan Surya and Brihaspati that how can you convert it into something that is positive. For Cancer, this is more about Mars movement in the 12th house. So this can open up floodgates of expenses. So you need to be very careful about unnecessary expenses. And people who are looking for foreign settlement, who are looking for export and import, or who are in the medical field will see great boost. People who are looking into starting their venture into any kind of holistic science is also going to be welcomed by the nakshatra energy. People who are having footwear business, you can also see something positive. Leo. For Leo, this is all about 12th house Mars going into the 11th house. So this is a very good opportunity to re-establish network connections, building new connections, building rapport, going into a new job, starting new source of income, expansion of your business. So for Leo, this is going to be very, very good. It's an exceptional transit, but you have to understand that Saturn and Rahu are colliding in your 8th house very soon. And therefore, you need to maintain your focus and listen and understand the surrounding. On Mars can make you feel that you are the best, your network is the best, your friends are the best. But the 7th house Saturn and Rahu says otherwise. It can create partnership issues. So you should not just go all by yourself. It should be a cumulative team effort. In case of Virgo, this will be more about 10th house coming into play. So this is going to give you back your designation. So if you are working at a lower designation than before, you may be reinstated. Market correction of salary can happen during this time. If you are facing any challenge in the corporate sector, if you remain patient and if you prove a point through karma, you will see that you will be respected back once again. You will relive your glory once again during this time. It is going to heavily affect people who are above 50 years of age in corporate sector, especially in the executive leadership, and but people who are less than, I will say, 20-25 years of age may feel a lot of frustration and unable to focus. So you be very careful here. Libra is going to experience a Mars transit in Punarvasu in the 10th and the 9th house. Travel can happen. You may go back to your home country. If you have visa issues, be careful because this may make you travel back to your homeland. You may go back and revisit the place that you have visited in the past, say spiritual place. Visiting Jyotirlingam, visiting Ujjain, doing Havan is a very good remedy here. And also this is going to make your belief system very firm, and your condition is more like Arjun, who is questioning to Bhagwan Krishna. And once Bhagwan answers, he's ready to fight the war. So the real result of Mars retrograde in Punarvasu will come when Mars will once again come back in the Cancer zodiac sign. So wait until 12th April. For Scorpio, this is an 8th house Mars. Now you have to be careful because this can open the floodgate. It can open the Pandora's box because it's your ascendant lord going in Punarvasu. So definitely a lot of things about you will change Depends on your own horoscope what will change, but change is the constant. So don't expect life to be the same even after Mars moves in Punarvasu. For some people it will be health, for some people it will be career, for some people it will be job and money. But don't worry, it is a Vipareet Rajyog. Your 6th Lord is in 8th house, which means health is a very important factor. Definitely some old health issue can resurface back. But this can also mean that if you follow the advice of people around you, if you see the feedback coming from the people, if you understand the feedback of your body, you will be in a very good shape and you will be able to dodge the problems. Don't forget, Jupiter is right in front of you in the 7th house. Sagittarius. Now for Sagittarius, Mars in Punarvasu will affect your 7th house. And 8th house Mars falling back in the 7th house shows that the role of your life partner becomes very, very important. Business expansion will happen, but you need to rethink about the scope of your business. Such will be the time. And if you are, say, in certain cases scaling down and in certain cases scaling up, that management is very much necessary. So don't burn your cash, rather than play smart in the terms of business, new business partnership, or meeting with an old friend who can be a business partner, meeting with an old friend who can be a life partner is a possibility during this time. In certain cases, you might also revisit some bad times that you have lived in marriage once again. So control your anger and your impulsiveness. For Capricorn, this will be Mars movement in the 6th house. Now 6th house Punarvasu means you will get back your zeal, you will get back your strength to function and work, but if your health do not permit, then you will be suffering. That means you need to work according to your age. You need to understand your position and then react. Otherwise, this will create unnecessary war. This will make you rethink your role in society. You will question yourself a lot, and sometimes when all this chaos happens, you tend to take easier decisions, easier path, which may not be the perfect path for you. This is the time to seek the guidance of a guru. For Aquarius, this is all about 5th house energy. 6th house Mars moves into the 5th house. This gives you a lot of learning. A lot of unlearning and relearning will happen during this time. Relationship with children will change, and you will see that you will be needed more in the life of your own children. Also, you will be given a lot of credit in the career. Career-wise, it's going to be a very, very good time, very good transit. Also, this can give you sudden gain of property in certain cases. So look out for that. For Pisces, this is definitely going to be a 4th house effect. Because for Pisces, Mars will be moving in Punarvasu in the 4th house, and this gives you a hope. Because 4th house is house of happiness. And if you surrender, if you follow the path of divine feminine, if you pray to Mata Bhagavati, you will see that matters in your home, in place around you, will become better. But if you try to force it, if you try to correct it forcibly, then it will create a war. Situation at home may irritate you, but this on the contrary, in certain cases you can go for renovation of your home, you can go for buying a second-hand resale car or a resale flat. That can happen for Punarvasu. Anyone who is into such kind of business will see great boost during this time. Vastu can be a very good career for many. For Pisces, this is going to be a very good time, by the way.